Wait! Okay now, from the beginning.
Hit it, boys.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. My name is TJ Ashford from the Auckland Rugby League. We're down here at Birkenhead War Memorial where we see the Northcote Tigers take on the Richmond Bulldogs. Both teams at different ends of the ladder. However, with 3 games remaining, each game is important to ensure that both teams stay out of relegation for 2022. Don't go anywhere. We'll be followed by Corey Rosser, who will be doing our coaching interviews very shortly, followed by our 2:30 kickoff. Stay tuned.
All right, joining me now, head coach of the Northcote Tigers, Jeff Morton. Well, Jeff, coming off a positive result last week, what were the main takeaways from a decent win over the Otara Scorpions?
Oh, mate, yeah, we still making too many mistakes. But as I said, the boys hung in there, which was good. Kept fighting to the end, and then, we knew we'd get them. It was just a matter of when. But hey, look, it was a better result. We needed the win. 2 points is 2 points, and you move on to this week.
Obviously, a season very different to the last few that you've had. What's the, morale and the feeling like? Obviously, down here in the championship, fighting to get back up. What's the morale like around the club right now, Jeff?
Yeah, look, the morale's good, mate. They said the Reggies are going well. There's some good kids in there. The biggest thing is just getting everybody to turn up to training. It's sort of, that's the hardest part about it. But as I said, the morale's good, mate. The boys, they know they can play footy. It's just a matter of playing footy for 80 minutes. When we do that, nobody will touch us. But it's getting to play for 80 minutes. We're doing 20 minutes here, 20 minutes there. We might get, but we'll have a little part in the game where we just make, compounding errors. You can't do it. Not when you're trying to win football matches. You can't do that sort of stuff. So we're learning. That's it. But mate, a lot of the boys, as I said, they're all first timers. A good bunch of them, a lot of the experience is no longer here. They're getting there.
Speaking of experience, you do get a little bit back in the shape of some, players from years gone by. Taylor Daniels back, Xavier Rice back, Amoa Tully as well. What have those guys brought back?
Yeah. Oh, look, as I said, mate, Bear just leads from the front. He didn't say a lot. He leads by example. And that's been good for the boys. X just gives us a little bit of that organisation around the middle third that we've been lacking. And those combinations are starting to come along now. So no, it's good. It's good to have them back, both of them.
On the injury front, obviously Eddie suffered a really bad injury last week. First of all, how is Eddie, and how's the injury front on the whole?
Yeah, mate, we just keep plodding along with the injuries. We're on average we're making sort of 3, 4, 5 changes a week. Have been for most of the season. It's just part and parcel of the game, mate. The way the game's played these days. There's a lot of collisions that probably shouldn't be in there, but they are due to the nature of the way the interchange we play and the way the game's played here. So you're going to get injuries. But yeah, look, mate, that's it. We've had some kids come up; they've done well. Some of the old heads starting to roll back in now. Some of the injuries starting to come back in. Ed, pretty disappointed. He's pretty gutted. We were, gutted that it happened. And back into the game, we just had an injury with one of the young fellas that we brought him off, and we weren't going to chuck Eddie back out there. It was the last 10 minutes of the game. Threw him back out. Got hit by a shoulder charge. Twisted his knee or his leg, and that was the end of it.
You've taken on Richmond in the First Division qualifier as part of this season. Any learnings that you can take from that game into this game, or does it sort of start fresh?
It's all fresh, mate. They're a new team. When we play them, they were just starting to hit a little bit of form. Their form back end of the qualifying was pretty good. They've been rolling through this so far. So far over the last what are we up to? 5 weeks. So the last 4 or 5 weeks they've been just rolling through this stuff. We're just going to take them as being a pretty sharp unit, which they are, and go out and try and shut them down.
Excellent, Jeff. Thanks for joining us. All the very best today.
Cheers.
Now joined by Junior Field, head coach of the Richmond Bulldogs, as the reserve grade game comes close to the commentary box there. Junior, welcome in, mate. Things going very, very well since we split into the championship section. You're undefeated and come off a really good victory last week. How's things from your point of view?
Boys just working really hard. There's no secret. So, look, it's something they're benefiting from. We learned some harsh lessons in that grading round for the Fox, and we're getting some players back, and we've got some consistency now. And to be quite honest, this part of the comp's actually, it's ruthless. So there's no easy games. And we sort of learnt that the hard way against Papakura, down 16-0 the first 20. So we're expecting another tough one today.
Did you get the feeling at the back end of the qualifiers that this sort of run was coming, or has it sort of caught you a little bit by surprise at the momentum you've been able to build?
Oh yeah, it's just really hard to. It's hard to. I think we've got some inexperience, and they're starting to sort of get used to the week in and week out sort of challenges of Fox footy. And I think now they're starting to get the hang of it. They're starting to get comfortable, and that, being comfortable, you sort of get that confidence as well. So, yeah.
Injury-wise, how's things looking? There's a couple of names that I noticed that were sort of missing off the team sheet. How's the injury front for Richmond?
Yeah, we're Jalen, who's injured, and Paul Roach. They're big for us, but then, it's an opportunity for someone else. So,
Tell us a bit about the Sione Nahi. We saw him play. I think he scored 3 tries the last time we live streamed you guys. He's done that a few times this year. You've got to kick him out of the front rowers club for that, don't you?
Yeah, no, Sione's been really good for us. But, I guess for us as coaches, we just got to make sure we keep challenging him. Yeah. Otherwise, if he's, the thing is, teams will figure you out. So I think it's important for Sione to keep improving after every game and reflecting on his performance.
Now, the ladder says that this isn't your biggest opposition so far in this series, but in terms of Fox experience, this is the biggest team you'll play in that regard. How do you go about beating Northcote today?
Well, first things first, we're not going to make that mistake again and take notice of the ladder. We did that against Papakura, so we'll be treating these guys like any other Fox team. We just have to be our best in all areas of the field. So.
Excellent. All right, Junior, thanks for joining us. We'll let you go and finish warming the team up. All the very best today.
Cheers, thanks. All right.
Right, joined now by Liz, the chair here at the Northcote Tigers. Well, Liz, it would be remiss of us not to start with 111 years for this fine club. Tell us a little bit about what's going on and I guess some of the ways the club's celebrating.
Yeah, thank you. We're really proud that Northcote Tigers have been around for 111 years this year, and we're an intergenerational club. We've had grandfathers, fathers, kids, and at our prize giving for the juniors today, so we had all our junior teams here having prize giving. They all got face painting, lolly scrambles, fizzy drink, sausage sizzle, and we've got lots of lovely kai coming on for all of our spectators and people. The under-14s are running some really yummy food there, so that's for sale, and we've got great crowds here on the sideline for our premiere game. Yeah, it's great, very proud.
Now, if there are any Tigers old boys, I guess, watching on from home who might not have realised that there were celebrations, is there anything sort of happening tonight, and can anyone sort of turn up, or do you need a ticket?
No, we've got the club rooms now, and the club rooms will be open. We're not charging for anything. It'll be really pleasing to see as many people come down and help us celebrate as you can. There'll be some good sounds on tonight, lots of good people, and yeah, a great crowd.
Excellent. Now, in terms of what else is happening around the club, obviously got some junior teams going there. How's the season going from your point of view? I guess not results-wise, but in terms of the health of the club.
Oh, it's really pleasing to see. Our kids are so happy. They're playing really well. We've got lots of extra juniors coming on board, and I've got to say, very proud of Eddie for being our junior coordinator. He's helping out all of the coaches, so the kids are all having a great season. The parents are getting great support on that, so we're really proud of how that's going, and lots of kids coming in. Even late in the season, they're just starting now. It's really nice.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about Eddie's role, obviously sort of a liaison, I guess, with the coaches. Tell us a little bit about the work that he's doing and I guess some of the benefits you're starting to see from that.
Yeah, so Eddie's one of our premier players, and he's actually taken it on board to assist all of the teams. We recognise that lots of parents are happy to help out but don't have the skills or knowledge to run training sessions. So he takes them all, gives them training drills and supports them all at the training. So it's really nice for our parents to come along, help out, get the kids some good skills.
Excellent. Now, you have probably the biggest sponsor board in all of Auckland Rugby League down here. Dizzy does a great job with that, and of course people like yourself as well. We know that North City Reinforcing Limited are the main sponsors for the premiers. Tell us a little bit about some of your other sponsors, and are they all sort of locally based companies? Yeah.
So North City Reinforcing, bit of a shout out to John, his birthday this week. Thanks very much, John, for supporting us. And we've got, if you have a wee look at my shirt.
Here we go. We're going to get the twirl.
Look at all of these sponsors. We're really proud. Barfoot and Thompson, real locals. Wairau Sports Bar, they're awesome. And Pulse, the physio people, they support us every week for our teams. So we've got professionals there, but also all of our players get to go to the physios there for free. So it's really awesome. Great supporters.
Excellent, Liz, as we have a little bit of to and from our director here. Hey, Liz, thank you very much for the catch-up. All the very best for today. It's a monumental celebration for the club and indeed for the rest of the season.
Thank you. I'd just really like to say also, we're really appreciative to all of the Auckland Rugby League referees and all of the work that they do. We know that they work really hard. We're all sideline couch referees and we see forward passes and things, but they do an outstanding job, and thanks so much.
Yeah, fantastic message. All right, thank you very much, Liz, and like I say, all the very best for tonight. Should be a great celebration.
Thank you.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, from Birkenhead War Memorial Park here on Auckland's North Shore. I'm Corey Rosser, joined in commentary today by TJ Ashford with Troy Hardy in production. Coverage today brought to you by CTAS with help from Pete's in-goal filming down the end there. Pleasure to be here to bring you Northcote v Richmond today from the home of the Tigers. One of my favourite places to come and watch rugby league, and a huge game for the Northcote Tigers. One of the biggest games really in recent history in the club in terms of what it could potentially mean for 2022 and beyond. And of course, this is a team that has been in the First Division playoffs for the last few years. That's not the case this year, and instead find themselves in a scrap to try and get back into the First Division qualifiers. Be joined by TJ soon to talk us through the game, but in the meantime, we're going to look at the ladders, and we'll start with the Crown Lift Trucks Fox Championship. And at the top it is today's team, the Richmond Bulldogs. They sit 2 clear after beating Manukau last week, and then there is a log jam. Te Aratu, Hibiscus, Northcote, Papakura, Otara and Pakarangi. They're all still within reach of potentially stealing that 4th and final playoff spot, which secures promotion back to the First Division qualifiers for next year. But a huge game coming up here for the Northcote Tigers. They could really, really use a result today. Failed to come up with a result today, and things will get very, very testing for the back end of the competition. So that's how things look in the championship. Let's move now to the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership, the First Division ladder. And it is the Point Chevrolet Pirates, 15 in a row, perfect so far this year. They sit at the top of the ladder. 4 clear now of the Glenora Bears, the Mount Albert Lions, sitting on 23 points after being beaten pretty soundly by Point Chevrolet last week. Right now it's Otahu who have their mitts on the 4th and final playoff spot, but chasing hard are the Howard Hornets. Marist getting into pretty much must-win territory now for them if they are a chance of stealing that 4th spot. And then further back, pretty well out of the running at this point, the Bay Roskill Vikings and the Mangere East Hawks. TJ, we called last week, didn't have you involved for the Point Chevrolet v Mount Albert game, but somewhat of a statement from the Point Chevrolet Pirates, who really just looked too strong through the middle and too experienced.
Yeah, if you're looking at the ladder there too, Corey, they've obviously been outstanding for majority of the year. They had a tight contest against Howick a few weeks before that, and but they're just out-and-out favourites at the moment. And looking at that ladder as well, the top 3 teams, I believe they may be already safe with 7 points differential in between 3rd and 4th place at the moment, with only a couple rounds to go. So that 4th spot is definitely up for grabs at the moment, and there's a few teams in the contest for it. Yeah, and just looking at that 4th spot, obviously Otahu boosted by the recent return of Willie Stowers. Looks like it'll be between them and Howick. How do you see that one playing out over the next few weeks? Do you think, I think Willie played at fullback last week. Do you imagine that he'll slot into the halves, or is fullback his spot now? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think there are a few positional changes there at Otahu, because Willie's, I'm pretty sure he's been named there again this week. Okay. Obviously, he's a preferred half. That's his preferred position as well. So getting him back in there, I just think having him anywhere in the spine is going to bring a little bit of leadership to that group, and a little bit of experience to the back line as well. So, yeah, definitely a hot contest in that 4th spot between those two sides. All right, let's bring up the fixtures and see how things shape up. We'll start with the Farrelly Photos Women's Premiership, and we are into the business end, as you can see from the big match stamp there. Thank you very much to Troy Hardy for that. And it is a big match. The Point Chevrolet Pirates take on the Ponsonby Ponies. Do or die semi there. It's going to be a really, really good game. Both sides laden with representative talent. TJ, I know we've got a little bit to do with Dion Briggs, who's going to take charge of our Vulcans team again. First of all, credit to Dion for the way that he's, I guess, brought this side through, but huge challenge against Point Chevrolet, who last time we saw them played really nice football. Yeah, it is. Dion's done an outstanding job the last couple of years, and he's gone over to Ponsonby a few years ago and started building that women's team and building on the relationships he's got. But it's definitely going to be a tough ask against the Point Chev Pirates, because they've got some experienced players in there, Hilda Peters and also Atawhai Tupai as well. So they've got some tough contests out there at Walker Park tomorrow afternoon, I believe it is. So may the better team win. The Howard Hornets, who are sort of in the closest chasing group to Taniwharo, along with Manurewa, they are at home to Taniwharo, Tuakau at home to Manukau. Marist head across to Mountford Park to take on Manurewa, and the Otara Scorpions are at home to the Glenora Bears in the championship section. Let's bring out the ladder now for the Crown Lift Trucks Fox Championship.
And of course, our live stream game is live from Birkenhead War Memorial today. Pakuranga take on Papakura. TJ, that would probably be a must-win for either of those two teams. I think they're both sitting on 2 competition points right now, so loser probably very little chance of starting next year in the first division, particularly from a Papakura point of view. That's massive.
Yeah, mathematically, I think Papakura still has a chance. I know they've only got the 1 win at the moment, but they definitely need results to go their way over the next 3 rounds as well. But it all starts again this week against the Pakuranga Jaguars side. And again, Lewis Papali'i, the coach of Pakuranga, he's actually our assistant coach for the Women's Vulcans this year as well. And I know he won't be, although his position on the ladder is down the bottom, he obviously won't be resting on his morals there, and he'll be coming out to try and get a victory against Papakura.
I'm going to jump to the last game now because I want to go back and talk in a little more depth about the third one there. It's the Otara Scorpions take on the Te Aratu Roosters. Been an interesting game. Otara certainly gave Northcote a run last week. Te Aratu Roosters' form has been pretty up and down this year, but the big one I've got my eyes on here, TJ, Manukau versus Hibiscus. Hibiscus nicked one off them during the qualifiers quite a few weeks ago now. Shapes as a really, really intriguing clash. How do you see it playing out?
Yeah, it does. And we haven't had the luxury of watching Manukau, but over the last couple of years I've coached against them a few times. And at Moyle Park, I'm pretty sure the last contest they had against Hibiscus Coast was a Hibiscus Coast home game. So it's a different paddock there. If you're not used to playing at Moyle Park, it's definitely going to be tough. So I think for Manukau, they've got the forward pack there to win that game, especially on a boggy ground out there in Manukau. It's going to be a tough encounter, but again, if there's a bogey side for the Magpies, I believe it could be the Hibiscus Coast Raiders. So it's going to be a tough contest.
And for all those people firing up on Facebook about why we haven't live streamed the Magpies yet, please understand we are desperate to. We've tried a couple of times. There are other factors preventing us from doing that. But rest assured, we don't hate your club or anything like that. We are very, very keen to get out and stream this team because really they have been the pace setters in this comp for a long, long time now. They were probably going to stroll through and win the minor premiership last year before the season got cancelled. So I can't wait to get a glimpse. I know Samuel Nati's playing fantastic football, and there's a number of other guys as well playing great football for the Magpies. Let's move our attention to the fixtures for the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. And it is the Otahu Leopards taking on the Bay Roskill Vikings. Huge game for the Leopards there. A chance to potentially, given that Howick take on Point Chevalier, pull clear in that battle for 4th, and they can come very, very close to wrapping that 4th and final playoff spot up with a victory against Bay Roskill today. Mangere East are at home to the Mount Albert Lions. Glenora Bears take on Marist, and Point Chevalier take on Howick. Well, if you look at the ladder, TJ, you would say that a Point Chevalier result is probably likely there, but Howick had their number for pretty well 79 minutes last time we streamed those two teams when they took each other on, so it should be a good clash.
Yeah, it will be. And Howick, obviously, I believe they probably need a win here to ensure they stay in the hunt for that top 4 as well. So Otahu still have a big clash on their hands as well there at Bert Hennon Park because Bay Roskill like to shift the ball around a little bit, so their middles for Otahu will be doing a fair bit of work today. Moving around the field, but again, some big games. So I'm just looking at that one as well. Marist is still kind of in the hunt with three weeks left as well. So obviously, results pending, they could fit in there as well. But there's 3 teams vying for that last spot in that top 4. So these games are going to be important for each of these teams this week.
Be interesting to see the response from the Mount Albert Lions. Look, they were actually really in that game. It only sort of blew out a little bit later on, but it'll be interesting to see the response there. I know, particularly talking to Aidan Ackland post-match, really, really frustrated. I guess from a coaching point of view, I mean, how important is a game like that when you're still in the regular season against the team that you probably figure is probably going to be there come grand final time?
Yeah, it's only going to play a part if you let it. You've got to take those learnings from the loss and move on as quickly as possible. So, look, they got to bounce back against another big side in Mangere East this week. So, they're definitely a smaller side as Mount Albert Lions. So, this will be an opportunity for them to learn from what they went wrong with a bigger side in Point Chev last week and try and implement that against the Mangere East Hawks this week. So, look, just dust it off, move on to next week, learn from each of those errors and see how you go.
All right, there are our match officials on the field preparing to get us underway in the next couple of minutes. And just while I see that Otahu logo up there, a reminder to please jump online. All the details are on aucklandleague.co.nz or on the NRL website. Raymond Faitala Mariner, the Otahu Junior, has been nominated for the Ken Stephen Medal, and if he wins the fan vote, the Leopards pocket a cool $3,500. And Raymond gets a chance to be recognised on grand final day. He's done some fantastic community work mostly around those less fortunate, and a lot of stuff revolving around his faith. So jump on and give Raymond a vote. I think you can vote as many times as you like. And of course, a good way to bring some cash in for the Leopards as well. All right, let's pull up the team lists and look through how they will take the field today. Ethan Schomkel will be the full-back. Tully and Talakai, the centres. Tamoti Cook and McIntosh will form the halves pairing. Barner is the experience in the front row there. No Eddie Finota today after he suffered that unfortunate injury last week, which will end his season. The back row to Powell and Taylor Daniels. Taylor's going to wear the 18, but we'll start in the second row. Xavier Rice to lock the scrum. Rob Tapau drops off the bench for Jeff Morton's side. And for Richmond, coached by Junior Fuel, Ropati Tupai is the fullback. Look out for Ben Cossey in the centres. He is a powerhouse, this guy. Starred for the Auckland Blue under-20 side a few months ago in the National 20s competition. Aaron Noatai will combine with Hawaiki Annandale in the halves. Sione Nahi, watch for him, a try-scoring machine. He scored hat-tricks a number of times this year. Mari Tuitama and Casey Lafaeli bring some experience to the pack. And on the bench there, Harrison Sutton, he's going to wear the number 8 jersey. They do have another player who is named that doesn't appear on that list, and it is the 22 Otis Hall. TJ, looking at these team lists here, maybe highlight a player to watch from each side here that may have a big say on how this game goes.
Yeah, for Northcote, I actually like their back three that locked the scrum there. So Stephen Tapo, Taylor Daniels and Xavier Rice, all three are very good players. Taylor and Xavier just coming back to the side over the last couple of weeks, and Stephen's been in outstanding form over the last few games that we've covered. And I like the inclusion for Richmond of Medi Tuitama as well. He's a very experienced player, won a couple Foxes before as well as Medi. So look for him to bring a little bit of experience for Richmond, as well as their halfback Aaron Nutai as well. Very exciting to see Azza back out there on the field today. Yeah, and awesome to see Taylor Daniels and Xavier Rice back in the squad. Two guys that were pretty important to Northcote as they rose to become real contenders in the first division. And Taylor Daniels, he's all class, has arrived back in New Zealand a fair while ago. I think was nursing a hamstring injury from memory, but back out on the field today, he'll make a big impact for them, I think, particularly defensively with the way that he's able to talk. So the two teams making their way out onto the field now. The refs going through their final chat. Looks like Morgan Tamoti Cook's going to have the C next to his name today, and skipper the Northcote Tigers. So it'll be Northcote kicking off, and Richmond running it back to the car park end here at Birkenhead War Memorial Park. Underway. Crown Lift Trucks, Foxtrot. Oh, well, I didn't even get through the intro before we had a penalty. You are kidding me. Well, Richmond to kick for touch, and TJ Ashford, you're going to come in a little earlier than expected here, buddy. That was a shocker from the Tigers. Yeah, definitely not the start that the Tigers were looking for, but again, a positive out of that is the energy that they showed on the kick chase there, Corey, so try and take that out of it if you can, but they need to show that same enthusiasm getting off their line here to try and repel this big Richmond side. You're an eternal optimist, and I respect it greatly. I, however, struggle to see the bright side on that particular one as the Bulldogs charge forward now, and here is that try-scoring machine I spoke of earlier. Sione Nahi, the former St. Paul's man. Annandale plays wide and links with his edge, and, well, Northcote will dodge an all-time bullet here. Ball turned over, I think it was for a forward pass in there, so scrum to pack down for the Northcote Tigers, and I dare say some relieved faces on that Tigers team as they prepare to pack down a scrum. A minute gone here at Birkenhead War Memorial.
So Ethan Schomkel bringing the ball out for the Tigers. So Tamoti Cook gets us back underway. Here's Taylor Daniels. Former New Zealand Māori representative. Spent the last few years over in Australia. Former Auckland Rugby League Player of the Year as well. Shared that captain with, that honour I should say, with fellow Tiger who was playing with the Pirates at the time, Dylan Moses. Tamoti Cook showing at the line and linking with Daniels. This is good from the Tigers. 3 gone here at Birkenhead War Memorial. And it's the home side on the attack, and this will help. Halulilo. And while the play breaking down, ball is spilt, and now Richmond bringing it back via Tupai. Bulldogs rucking the ball out. Now you see that fantastic sponsor board on the scoreboard there. They do a great job of attracting support from the local community to the Tigers. Darius Hignett Morgan finds Annandale. Kick fielded on the full by Watson, I think it is. Brings the football back. If you are wondering what that strip in the middle is, that is where the cricket run would normally be, and it is substantially worse surface than the rest of the field, which is actually in pretty good nick here at Birkenhead War Memorial. Fire jumping out, a fantastic run, splitting through the first one. In fact, it's the 3 or more Tully who got into dummy half and made an impact straight away. Schomkel will clear the ruck. Goes to his left to Rice. Little kick goes in behind. Chase on now, and bearing down is Stephen Tapau. The ball is spilt. And offside is the call. So Richmond to come under real pressure here. Sione Talilotu. Fae linking back with 14 Halulilo. Rice, the first receiver, goes to Tamoti Cook. Right side shift on here for the Tigers. Pulled down just short of the line. Schomkel brings it back towards the SAS uprights. And another penalty. Lafaeli, I think, who gets pinged. So Halulilo charging towards the post. Oh, gets an arm free. A determined effort from Nicholas Halulilo. And that gets the Northcote Tigers on the board. 6.5 gone. It is the Tigers 4, Richmond 0.
As we look at the Crown of Trucks instant replay there, just a lot of energy shown with the ball at the moment as Northcote, so they've managed to turn that slow start around, and Richmond just failing to secure the ball there on that tackle, and was a few experienced players in there as well. Matty Tuitama missing that shot, and the number 14, Nicholas Halililo, another strong player for Northcote Tigers over the last year or two as well as Nicholas, so outstanding effort to get the first try on the board.
While we wait for play to get back underway, shout out to Simon Watson and the crew at the Glenfield Greyhounds. I know they're probably watching on the live stream today, enjoying a meal at the club. Kick's good. North City Reinforcing Limited, Northcote Tigers 6, the LJ Hooker Richmond Bulldogs 0. And after a horror start, TJ, Northcote have sort of regathered their calm quite nicely, and first points on the board.
Yeah, like I said, I thought they started off with a fair bit of energy. That was something positive to take out of it, and they're very enthusiastic at the moment. There's lots of chatter around going on there, and it's very positive talk as well. So Richmond are a little bit stunned at the moment. They started off with a hiss and a roar, and they've gone a little bit quiet now as well. So good start, but it needs to be backed up by an even better set now and get to their kick and work hard defensively.
So Annandale gets us back underway. Tapau taking the ground under the weight of Nutai. Halililo again with another carry. He's been super busy early on. So McIntosh set as the first receiver. Kicks across the body and finds grass. That's a good kick there from Robbie McIntosh. Forces Tupai all the way back, and the chase good as well from Northcote. Well, that is a very, very good set after points.
Yeah, already play 2, and Richmond still have about 3 or 4 players yet to get behind the ball as well, Corey. But that was a very good set by Northcote Tigers after points, and that's definitely what Coach Jeff Morton will be looking for. And I just feel that Richmond's failing to slow down that ruck. They're getting some quick play the balls on the back of Stephen Tapo's carries, and also Xavier Ross as well currently, Corey. So they need to control the play the ball speed there if they want to get themselves back into this contest.
Annandale spins it out to the left, and a break on here. Tamoti Cook coming across, gets shaken off. Ball comes back to Carlos Henry, who kicks back infield. It's a bouncing ball, it's messy. And in the end, McIntosh it is who cleans up for the Tigers. Oh, out of the line, Matty Tuitama. Shomkul stepping through and breaking the first attempt from Richmond. You can see a couple of the Richmond forwards trying to lead the charge with their line speed here. Nahi, and we've got a strip.
No. Use the new ball. Use the new one.
Put that boy.
Yeah.
So McIntosh to kick for touch. Started the year at fullback, Robbie McIntosh, but has now found his home in the halves. Like what we've seen so far, game management-wise, is Stephen Tapo. It's forward, Nu'utai down low, ball spills out. And this time it's a knock-on, and will go the way of the Richmond Bulldogs. So scrum to pack down Richmond feed. 11.5 gone here. It is the North City Reinforcing Limited Northcote Tigers leading 6 points to 0 over the LJ Hooker Richmond Bulldogs. Annandale becomes the makeshift dummy half. Henry shakes the first. Carlos, a graduate of Calston Boys High School. Son of Richmond assistant and Kiwi Ferns head coach, Ricky Henry. Hignett Morgan. Nahi. Good run from Sione. Play the ball as well. Hignett Morgan jumps out, spots it, goes back to Sione Nahi, and then to Annandale. Chance on down the left-hand side now for Richmond. Cover coming across for the Tigers. And that'll be where it ends. Hand over here early on. TJ Richmond looking like favouring this left-hand side where Carlos Henry is stationed, but Morgan Tamoti Cook, a couple of nice defensive reads so far to close it down.
Yeah, Morgan's an experienced player as well, so with that he brings some good decision-making defensively, and he's also a fairly big body for a half as well as Morgan, so he can definitely handle those big shots that's coming his way, but yeah, I still wouldn't rest. Aaron Nutai is an experienced campaigner as well, and he's a very good halfback in his own right, so both sides of the ball definitely need to be keeping an eye on their halves.
Aaron's had a couple of clubs in recent years. Point Chevalier, who's part of the start of the dynasty there. Played for Ponsonby for a little bit and now popping up with Richmond. Another good kick from the Tigers, and Tapo with a good chase as well. Although the flop in less than ideal, and as a result the Tigers give up a penalty here as we approach the 15-minute mark. You can see in the green vest in the background there, Coach Al Ettles, who led our Auckland under-20s team. He'll know a number of the boys on the park today very, very well. Lafayette looks out the back. Shakes one off down low there. 30 out from the line right now, Richmond. Chance to hit back and level scores. Hignett Morgan shifts play down the right-hand channel. Annandale. Tofa Timoteo. Pops one over the top. Chance in the corner here, but Northcote again. Scramble well. Ball loose and cleaned up by Shomkul. And the Tigers with a chance now to ruck this ball out. Fantastic day down here at Birkenhead War Warrior. All of the sights and smells. Celebrating 111 years of rugby league. So McIntosh to kick for touch. Of course, his team missing Jordan Tiaho, who is running the water in the blue jersey out the back there. One of Auckland's best playmakers in recent years. And has played very little football this year. I think might have made 3 or 4 rounds before picking up an injury, and hasn't been cited since as far as I'm aware. Halalilo looking for an offload. Takes him up over halfway. Again, good energy from the Tigers. Faye. Rice. Tapo jumps off the left and then explodes through the gap. Stephen Tapo with one to beat. Crashes over. And it is a try for the Northcote Tigers. What an individual effort that was there from Stephen Tapo. From the sidestep to the tackle breaking ability close to the line. And a chance now for the Tigers to double their lead on 17 minutes.
Yeah, as we look at the Crown Lift Trucks instant replay there, Tapo proved too quick and too strong. Bouncing off that left foot, beating the first line of defence. And I thought he could have played inside there, but took the line on himself. Again, Corey, outstanding effort. He's been like this every time we've covered him this year. And I remember at the first game I think we covered at Walter Massey Park, he had a couple runs like that as well. And he was definitely the shining light in this Northcote side. So definitely a player to watch. We highlighted him before the game. Outstanding solo effort there by Tapo. Northcote extending their lead now to 10 points to 0. Kick to come.
Yeah, he got 3 tries that day. We called them against Mangere East. He was playing lock forward that day, but I like the look of him out a little wider. Certainly a damaging runner, you could see there. Certainly bounced off the left, and from there showed a good turn of pace. Richmond, the chat going on behind the sticks right now as we await the conversion from Watson. Apologies from McIntosh.
Body language not looking too good from Richmond at the moment, Corey. Definitely come out of the box a little bit slow today. And Northcote, credit to them. They've started off with a hiss and a roar, lots of energy. But they're doing very, very well at the moment. I feel like they're winning the ruck speed. As you can see there, David Barnett up fairly quick as well with a quick play of the ball, and followed up by the likes of Taylor Bear Daniels and Xavier Rice as well. So another crusher tackle we see here on field.
Yeah, and the players staying down. David Barner just onto the park. One thing about bringing a player on like him off the bench, he has a great sense for the way the game's going, and you could see a very, very good first carry from him. But player down right now, and just trying to pick up the number. And it's the 1, Ethan Schomkel. So he's going to return to his position. McIntosh to kick for touch. There's a fair bit of breeze around here today at Birkenhead War Memorial. So Stephen Tapo plays late at the line, brings in Barner. Faye to Rice. Turns back to Halalilo, just about their best so far, Nicholas. Schomkel thought about continuing play out to the left, instead came back infield, and there's Tapo again with that footwork. Not far out from the line now, the Northcote Tigers looking for try number 3 today. Barner had the ball ready for an offload, should the opportunity have arisen. Tamoti Cook goes to the line, dummies, brings in Schomkel. Chance on here now as Schomkel jumps back, stepping his way through Schomkel, but brilliant defence at the death there. It might have been Annandale that came through to save the day. Jumping into dummy half now is Tully. Tully will burrow low and score. Amoa Tully, just like that. Following a penalty which jumped them out of their own end. The Northcote Tigers are on fire right now, and poor old Richmond are burning at the minute.
So we look at the Crown Lift Trucks replay here. Northcote just shifting the ball from side to side on that play, and again, there's numbers there, but unfortunately, Hawaii Annandale just forced to reach over the ruck there and unable to contribute anything to that tackle, unfortunately. And Amoa Tuli already made a break in today's game and proved too strong close to that line. I just want to put a mention out as well, Corey, just with the ruck speed there. And what Northcote are doing really well at the moment is they're running with bodies in motion. What I say by that, on each play the ball, you'll see bodies on both sides of the ruck moving. And what that does is just creates those one-on-one opportunities with those play the balls. So when you get a one-on-one opportunity, obviously you can afford to get a quicker play the ball, less numbers in the tackle to slow it down. So they're doing really good. Their energy's really good on and off the ball at the moment. So look, could go 18 points to 0 in front against this Richmond side who's currently top of the table. So it's a good position for them to be in such an early stage of this game.
The scoreboard in the background's already added the 2 points on. How's that for confidence? We, however, shall wait for official confirmation. No pressure, Martin Watson. Well, get back up there and remove that. There we go.
Oh, commentator's curse, I think. Yep. 16 points to 0 Northcote. Unfortunately, couldn't capitalise on that one, but just you saw on camera there as well. Big shout out to one of the ball boys here today, young Louis. He's a participant in a couple of our holiday programs, especially you mentioned Simon Watson at Glenfield. They run one every school holidays, guys, for the ARL a holiday blast, and Louis is a participant at every single one of those, giving our holiday blast a few laughs and a few tears along the way as well. So shout out to you, Louis.
Back into it we go. It's the North City Reinforcing Limited Northcote Tigers in control right now. Looping ball back towards the middle of the park, and Northcote are going to go for a quick shift here. Daniels. Harrison Sutton onto the field for Richmond as well, so fresh legs on for the Bulldogs in the middle of the park. Harrison, a former Northcote man himself. Fire to Rice.
I'm not sure if there's been a positional change as well, Corey, but Hawaii Annandale looks like he's shifted into the middle, playing 9 at the moment as well on defence, which brings Darius Hignett-Morgan out to this left-hand edge as well. So that's a change there. Unsure what's happened defensively there.
Interesting. We'll see how it plays out on this set. Barner up. Ben Kossi. Tuitama. Former player of the match in a Fox Grand Final for Point Chevalier. Famous 6-0 victory over Glenora a couple of years ago. Hignett-Morgan off a quick play of the ball. Noatai looks to the heavens. A tester on here for Shomkul, who allows it to bounce. Comes back towards the impending Richmond chase, and he did well to recover there in the end, did Shomkul. Now look at this. The Bulldogs up quick and looking to force Northcote back. Bulldogs perhaps sensing this is their chance to wrestle their way back into this contest. There's Annandale, as TJ mentioned, defending very much in the middle of the park with Hignett-Morgan defending out on the edge. It does look like Hignett-Morgan's still handling the dummy half duties in attack.
He is, yeah. Just looking at that, he has been going into acting half with the ball, but defensively might be a way of, I don't know if they're carrying an extra hooker on the bench, Corey, so they're probably trying to get every last bit of energy out of Darius before he has a rest or something. So, but it looks like Hawaii's pulled out of one of those tackles with a bit of a niggle as well, so we'll see how he goes in the following sets.
So ball retrieved by Tupai, who shakes out of the first, and now into a little half gap. McIntosh coming across, can't get hands on him. By the end of it, he's only 25 out from the line. Now they charge forward by Liangamini. In front of the uprights, there are chances on the edge here for Richmond as Northcote struggle to get back. Kossi 26 gone. Richmond looking for their first points of the day. Hignett Morgan jumps in the dummy half. They'll go short, and Harrison Sutton. No stopping the big man from there. Crashes over after an energetic defensive set from the Richmond Bulldogs, and they're on the board. It's the North City Reinforcing Limited Tigers 16, LJ Hooker, Richmond Bulldogs 4.
Yes, we look at the Crown of Trucks instant replay there. Nice strike to number 8, Harrison Sutton. Recently just coming on off the interchange bench there for first couple minutes there. But again, Corey put that down the set before. Northcote just failed to catch the ball on a full there and put a fair bit of pressure on them on that attacking set. And then the fullback for the Richmond Bulldogs, Ropati Tupai, just with a great kick return, putting them in a very good field position and capitalised there with a great dummy half play for the eventual try scorer, Harrison Sutton.
Kick is good from in front. Mati Tuitama.
Oh, yeah, we'll do. Yeah, sweet as.
So Northcote taking the time to get back and restart play. It's Harrison Sutton, our try scorer.
It'll be interesting to see too, Corey, if that tries zap the energy out of the Northcote Tigers. So they're just looking a little bit flat at the moment. They need a big set here defensively to turn the ball over, either via an error or applying some kick pressure there as well. But yeah, they're just looking a little bit flat. They need to get that energy back, and it'll be followed through some good defensive stuff here. So let's see how the set plays out.
Henry. So Annandale, kick pressure is checked on along the way, and Schomkel collects and looks for a gap in the wall of blue and maroon, which converges on him. Mitchell Ryan, newly on the park for the Tigers. Xavier Rice. Barner. Talakai. Albert Talakai shakes out a one. Driving the leagues now is Talakai. They're 25 out from the line, Northcote. And let's wait to see what the call is here. And it's going to go the way of Richmond. An error in the play of the ball call from referee Newton. So scrum to pack down. Right on the half-hour mark, it is the home side who lead 16 points to 4 here at Birkenhead War Memorial.
Yeah, Albert Talakai, I just feel he's let his side down there. That was a strong, powerful run and put his team in a really good position on the last play. However, it might have been the last play anyway, Corey, so that's probably why it's a change over there. But Richmond now working the ball out from their own half. Interesting to see a few big boys in that Richmond side. Hands on heads, slowing down the play of the ball at the moment.
Sutton charging forward. Hignett Morgan. Popping an offload, and the contact crept high, says referee Newton. Harrison Sutton, who's been everywhere since entering the field. Nortai goes out the back. There's a chance on down the right-hand side now. Tupai accelerating through a gap and all the way to the try line. Ropati Tupai played a key role in setting up the first one and does the second all on his own. The kid has got some pace. Let's take a look here on the Crown of Trucks instant replay.
Yeah, nice little structure play there by Richmond. That play there is just a diamond shape running through the middle of the field there, setting up the outside edge. And fullback Ropati Tupai, he's actually played some very good football in the last couple of minutes, shown a lot of energy with the ball and off it, and just proved too fast there and finishing in the corner. Richmond closing up that gap now. What is it, 16 points to 8, kick to come. They've slowly worked themselves back into this football game.
So Annandale steps in and kick is away. So North City reinforcing limited, Northcote Tigers 16, LJ Hooker, Richmond Bulldogs 10, with about 5 to play here in the first half at Birkenhead War Memorial Park. High one off the boot for the restart. And a knock on in the play the ball for Richmond. Scrum to pack down, and it will be a Northcote feed. TJ is going to be interesting how this impacts the momentum for the back end of this first half. It was all Northcote for a while there. Now feels like it's all Richmond. Let's see what happens on the next couple of sets.
Yeah, definitely not the set that you're wanting after scoring points as well. So Richmond have done well to get themselves back into this contest. But again, just from that drop ball, Northcote already showing some more energy here as we see a nice little run by Morgan to Muti Cook. So let's see if they can add to their points tally already in this first half with just under 5 minutes left to play.
Here's Depo. Try scorer earlier in the match. Rice going to the line and changing direction. Almost ducked under the tackle of Harrison Sutton then. Faye will clear the ruck. Links with his chief playmaker to Depo. Alarm bells ringing when that man touches the ball for the Richmond defence. Barner pops an offload. Rice holding it up. Looked for a second like he wanted to spread the football there in front of the SAS uprights. Options either side. Rice has taken a bit of a hit in the tackle, I think. Timothy Cook showing it. And, well, it's going to be play on. Well, they might have got fortunate there, or it may have been a strip, as TJ's just pointed out. Tully now on the edge, chip over the top. Right into the mud, and I think it's beaten everyone. It was Corey Haku who was the nearest to the ball, but funny old run of play there. So back out to the 20 to restart now for the Richmond Bulldogs. Not long to go in the first half here. Kossi. Good carry from Ben Kossi. Right through the heart. Takes them up. 5 into opposition territory. Lafaeli. Annandale swamped. Tupai, it's called play on. Comes back, and now Vasu running the ball out. Northcote's first up contact has gone away a little bit over the last couple of sets as Nuatai kicks down the short. Where's the fullback? Shomkel there. What's the call? We've got a penalty to Northcote. This must be for in front of the kicker. So one last chance perhaps for the Tigers to put on some more points before we head to Oranges. Timothy Cook. Oh, penalty late in the tackle count. You could hear Richmond urging the tacklers to get up there, but penalty blown by Newton, and probably inside the last minute, according to our game clock. So, one tackle to play with here for Northcote. Talakai. Take the tackle, and that'll get us to half-time. It's Northcote leading 16 points to 10 over Richmond. A short break for us. We've got some highlights for you at half-time before we resume with the second half action.
Tavita, who will switch up the direction of the attack, goes to Johnson. Johnson then links with an edge back rower. Looks like they're setting up for something again down the side of the field. Makawi shows and goes, but he's held up. Has he got there eventually? Elliott checks the sides, points to the spot. And Sueli Makawi will open the scoring here at Felds Park. Offloading, but goes himself. Makawi to Sipley. Sipley got rocked, but shook straight out of it. Big contact there to Fui up on Sipley. Afu all tangled up in the play of the ball. It's messy, but the Pirates are over again. Elliott points to the spot. Edgeback rose there, didn't quite catch the number, but a nice quick play of the ball as well. Makawi now goes to Tamadua. Tamadua to Oli Tomavavi, who's weaving and ducking and diving. Nicely constructed there from the Pirates, a third try. So a food to feed. Ackland standing up there at first receiver. They're going to go wide early. Waka, they're going to get on the outside, finds Watterson. Watterson now streaking away. He's got Waka inside in support and finds his centre. Waka then heads back in, flick back. Oh, what a try from the Lions! It's the Waka and Watterson show. To the field for Mount Albert. Tamarua going to the line, links with his playmaker, the Tomavavi. Chance on down the left-hand side here. Solomona holding up. Solomona, I think he's over. Elliott says yes he is. Gape here to Mount Albert. It gets back to Afu, who kicks in behind. It's played at, and now Afu into open space. He's got options either side. Looking to step. Tomavavi then shifts the ball out to the left, and Lilinga will score.
Yeah, let's get everybody in on this. Back, Corey. Here, hold the mic. I'm off.
On that left wing for the time being for Mount Albert. Here come the Pirates. Makawe shakes out of the first tackle. Battles his way over. Pointer in again. Shomko. Afu sells them the farm. Josiah Afu crashing over for a try.
Another brave man from the Pirates, Steve Adams. I understand he's on the ground today. Travelled up to watch this game. Breakaway. Back to you, Corey.
Tamarua through the middle of the park. He's got Latu looming in support. And to Vita Latu. That should be the game. Tamarua. To Sipley. Try time on. Harley Maynard scores on the left-hand corner. Latu. Tavita, ball over the top, and Watterson off to the races. Cover coming across from Murray and Tomavavi. But they won't get to Watterson. 100 metres on the break. Watterson runs it in.
And I dare say John Ackers will be taking a lot of learnings out of this. And that's one thing, he'll be studying hard leading into the business end of the year.
Kick goes away. Siren goes in the background, and it is a good win for the Ortex Point Chevrolet Pirates, 34-16 over the Russell Gordon and Contracts Mount Albert Lions.
Joining us now, captain of the Mount Albert Lions, Aidan Ackland. Well, Aidan, right in that contest. Where did it fall short today?
Oh, the start was terrible. The start was just actually awful. We just let too many easy tries in through the middle, and then from there it was just catch up the whole time. We played probably our worst game of the season so far, and a lot went wrong for us today. Had a lot of calls go against us. Cole Walker, one of our boys hurt his shoulder early in the game. Just a lot went wrong for us today.
I'm not going to make you answer too many more questions, mate. We'll let you get back to the shed. Thanks very much for joining us. Francis Ledger, captain of the Point Chevrolet Pirates, joins us now. Well, Francis, a great game out there today. What got you guys home in the end?
I think our start. Today we came ready to play, and I think the way that we started the game, really set us up for the back end. Got a few calls that went our way, which we were quite lucky, and just the back end, I think we sort of stuck it to them through the middle.
Game was sort of hanging on the balance there. At the end, is it quite nice to know against another heavyweight of this competition that you're able to stay in that arm wrestle and come out on top?
100%. What a lot of people don't know is we haven't won at Fells Park in the last 10 years. So that's a little voodoo that we were able to accomplish today. And we've been here last year or 2 years ago where we were up by 24 points, I think, and they came back and run us down. So we knew after half-time that no matter the scoreline, we can't defend our scoreline. We just got to carry on playing.
A few words on your bench. Thought they were fantastic today. Rapera, Latu offered plenty. How much value are you getting out of them right now?
100%. Like our bench for the last couple of weeks has been what's brought the energy. Sort of a few games where we've started well and we dipped, and then these guys have brought the energy and just kept it going, or even lifted it up more. So we give a full credit to our bench, and that's one of our major pickings in the weekend is who we put on the bench to bring the energy.
we've got your back.